Coal has been used since the Bronze Age, and mankind has been mining coal from our planet for thousands of years, with coal being the most abundant fossil fuel on Earth and being mined all over the world. You would think that coal mines would be the last place where artifacts would be discovered, but you would be surprised by what miners found in these places, from a graveyard of extinct animals to a gold necklace. Welcome to a new video. Here are 14 impossible artifacts found in coal mines. If you like this type of content, subscribe to our channel. It's free. Now let's get started. Number 14. Mammoth Graveyard. In 2012, workers at the Durno mine near Kostolac, a Serbian coal mine, made a startling discovery. The remains of at least 5 woolly mammoths that had lain hidden for tens of thousands of years. The workers immediately contacted experts after realizing that instead of coal, they had discovered the remains of a prehistoric creature. Ancient giants were no easy task, and careful excavation and documentation took months. This is understandable given the size of these fossils. These fossils belong to giants that stood up to 13 feet tall at the shoulder. Aside from their size, these giants were covered in thick fur to withstand freezing temperatures in the region. The massive tusks on their fossils, some of which reached over 10 feet in length, were impressive weapons and tools for foraging in the snow in their harsh environment. While complete mammoth fossils have been found before, it is rare to see them all near a single area. Why did these giant creatures converge on this spot? Well, researchers believe that the site could be an ancient watering hole. One event led to the remains of these creatures becoming trapped in the area. As the landscape changed over the years, their remains became fossilized. With this discovery, we were able to get a glimpse of what the region looked like in the Ice Age. Number 13. Strange color-changing stones that could hint at an ancient civilization. In 2016, workers at a coal mine in Siberia discovered 10 spheres, each around 3 feet in diameter. These enormous, perfectly round stone spheres, called Jurassic pearls, were found together 100 feet underground in the Sosi coal mine. What's strange about these spheres is not just their shape, but also their reaction. The fact that they have the mysterious ability to change color after rain, going from a dull gray hue to a rusty shade due to their iron oxide content. The presence of these strange spheres led to speculation and theories that an ancient civilization once resided near a mine in Siberia. However, experts propose a different explanation. It is possible that these giant spheres, despite their perfect shape, are nothing more than natural concretions formed over millions of years when mineral-rich groundwater cemented layers of sediment around a central core, much like the process of pearl formation. It just so happened that these Siberian pearls clustered deep beneath the Earth's surface, which could be due to the perfect conditions deep within the coal mine. Moreover, similar spheres have been discovered in other places around the world. From New Zealand to Utah, however, the sheer size and color-changing properties of the Siberian spheres make them very different from natural formation or the remains of an ancient bygone civilization. Well, I'll let you be the judge. Number 12. Turtle the size of a car. Workers at the Sahun coal mines in Colombia were perplexed when they discovered a strange shell that looks like a turtle. The only difference is that this old shell is the size of a smart car. When paleontologists at North Carolina State University examined the find, they confirmed that the shell belonged to a colossal Carbonus caffini turtle. These creatures once roamed the lakes of prehistoric South America about 60 million years ago, measuring nearly 6 feet long with a skull the size of an NFL football. This massive creature is far from its relatives we see today. Unlike giant sea turtles, this creature had powerful jaws that allowed it to hunt a wide variety of animals, including mollusks, fish, and even crocodiles. This turtle was part of a wider ecosystem that included other gigantic species such as the Titanoboa, a 45-feet snake that slithered in the same waters seen during this time period. The climate was warmer, there was plenty of food, and there was less competition. This meant that many animals had the opportunity to grow. This resulted in widespread gigantism. Can you imagine how wildlife would change if these creatures survived to this day? I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in seeing a turtle treating crocodiles as a snack. Number 11. The world's oldest preserved brain. Researchers have discovered the fossilized remains of a 320-million-year-old fish in a Lancashire coal mine. They recently discovered that the remains of this prehistoric fish contained something we never imagined. The world's oldest preserved brain, the fossil belonging to a now extinct species, was discovered in Trodden, where it has been in the archives of the Manchester Museum for almost a century before modern technology unlocked its secrets using high-resolution scanners. The brain and cranial nerves inside the fish's skull are preserved in astonishing detail. This marks the oldest example of a fossilized brain in a vertebrate that predates previous discoveries by millions of years. The fish itself, an early ancestor of today's rainfish, was only 8 meters long and was probably a carnivore preying on small crustaceans and aquatic insects. Soft tissue such as brains are seen, rarely fossilized due to rapid decomposition after death. It is one of the first things to disappear when a being dies. However, the brain of this particular fish was preserved because it was quickly buried in shallow water. Oxygen-rich sediments create the perfect environment for its soft tissue to mineralize over time. The chemical composition in this environment allowed the delicate structure of the brain to be replaced by dense minerals that have preserved it for millions of years. With this discovery, scientists hope to find older specimens in the future. Number 10. Rare earth minerals. Earlier this year, researchers discovered something that could make the United States a quote-unquote world leader. Neodymium and praseodymium are found underground. Although they may not sound familiar to you, these two materials are essential to today's technologies, from electric vehicles and turbines to military drones and other advanced electronics. These minerals are indispensable, and everything from smartphones to hybrid cars provide this huge potential in various industries. Imagine how groundbreaking it is to discover a large deposit of these minerals. Plus, only about 25% of the mine has been drilled, meaning the total resource obtainable from the mine could be much higher, putting Wyoming on track to rival or even surpass China's dominance in rare earth minerals. China currently supplies about 95% of the global market, as the United States currently imports. 74% of its rare earth minerals come from China. This discovery could reduce dependency and ensure a domestic supply of these critical materials. Unfortunately, there is a problem as acquiring these minerals is often quite difficult and requires manpower and resources. Number 09. A wonder mineral, organic metal. Discovered in the 1990s, these minerals are created in laboratories and were considered a scientific breakthrough because they had the potential to be used to store hydrogen, solar energy, and even to clean toxic gases from the air. Needless to say, these wonder materials were meant to advance science, and so imagine the surprise of scientists when they discovered materials similar to metal organic frameworks, or MOFs, for short, in nature. This goes to show that anything humans can do, nature can do better. Natural MOF's structures were identified in two rare minerals, first discovered in a coal mine in Siberia decades ago, but recently analyzed. These minerals were found embedded in lignite veins in a coal mine more than 755 feet underground, and their structure closely mirrors that of minerals synthesized in laboratories since the 1990s. The fact that nature has been producing these highly ordered, complex materials for millions of years, long before scientists conceived of them, shows just how brilliant nature is. This discovery is a game-changer for materials science. It opens up the possibility that other naturally occurring MOFs-like materials may exist and could be harnessed for industrial use. By exploring the properties of these minerals, researchers hope to expand applications in energy storage, environmental cleanup, and more. Number 08. Underground fire. Beneath a quiet village of Clairvaux near Newcastle, an underground fire has been burning since February 2015. Experts say it shows no sign of stopping. It was first discovered when smoke was seen near Ryton Golf Club. Efforts to extinguish it were immediate, but this underground fire has continued to burn despite efforts to monitor and manage it. It is suspected that the fire is burning in piles of waste materials left over from the mine operations which were used to fill the old ponds on the site, although it is not burning in a coal seam. Initially feared that the exact composition of the material feeding the fire makes it incredibly difficult to extinguish. Firefighters and local authorities have expressed concern that the fire could burn for years, similar to the infamous underground fires at Watergate Park in 1993, which lasted 2 years or even longer. In cases like Centralia in the US, which has been burning at depths of up to 300 feet, scientists believe the Centralia mine fire could continue to burn for over 250 years. While nature is truly fascinating, it can also be ruthless. Number 07. The monster millipede. This monster millipede could be something straight out of your nightmares. This millipede is known as the Marty monster and was first discovered during a biodiversity survey of the old coal mine in 2016 by naturalist Liam and millipede expert Christian Owen. Upon seeing this 4 feet long brown millipede, researchers thought it was a variant of an existing species. However, further analysis revealed that the Marty monster is a completely new species to science, making it the first new species of millipede found in Britain in over 30 years. It seems that these often overlooked abandoned sites have become havens for rare species. The Marty monster, belonging to the Turritella family, adds to the list of fascinating creatures discovered in these unique habitats. Who knows what other creatures living in these overlooked places? Number 06. Gravity-dwelling mutant cockroach. If the millipede monster didn't freak you out, then maybe this mutant cockroach will. In the 1950s, a mutant strain of the American cockroach was discovered. This creature had distinctive white eyes and longer antennae. Plus, this mutant was also much more aggressive than its common relative at pushing other insects around, and was first found by pest controller Arnold Shabies. This creature was initially thought to be blind, and relied entirely on its extended antennae to navigate. Since its discovery, it has been spotted in places researchers never thought possible from a British coal mine, and now in the wild. Yes, there is a chance you might come across this hideous mutant cockroach while exploring the outdoors. Shabies has collected several specimens and is breeding them for further scientific study. Over 100 cockroaches have already been produced from just 2 females. But don't worry, as they won't be let out anytime soon, hopefully. Number 05. Dinosaur fossils. In 2013, a paleontologist discovered a new species of dinosaur in an unlikely place, a century-old Spanish coal mine. This new species, now named Urula carbonus, is part of a family of dinosaurs known for their tank-like casing. The fossil has been hailed as the most complete fossil ever found in Europe. This species was a herbivore that stood around 3 feet tall and was around 16 feet long, weighing approximately 2 tons. Much of this weight being due to its armor that gave it protection. The name of this dinosaur literally means Europe's shield against coal, and is a nod to the place where it was found in the rich Arenyo region of northeastern Spain. Today, this species is believed to be the oldest dinosaur of its kind ever found on the continent. Number 04. Giant prehistoric fish with circular saw-like teeth. About 270 million years ago, the oceans were ruled by one of the strangest and most fearsome predators, the helicoprion, a giant prehistoric fish with a spiral of saw-like teeth. Recently, researchers in Russia discovered fossils of these monstrous creatures in a coal mine in Russia. The up to 25-foot-long helicoprion was the largest marine predator of its time. These creatures roamed the Earth's oceans long before the dinosaurs during the Permian period, and were some of the top predators before their extinction about 225 million years ago. Despite its shark-like appearance, the helicoprion belonged to a family of cartilaginous fish that had no true bones, making its fossils particularly rare. Well, this creature doesn't need to be cartilaginous to be considered unique. Its appearance is already unique. The discovery of its fossils has finally shed light on this mysterious creature. The helicoprion's distinctive teeth puzzled scientists for over a century with early reconstructions, even placing the teeth outside the jaw like an elephant's trunk. However, thanks to modern CT scans, researchers now know that the whorl was positioned deep within the lower jaw, allowing the fish to continually grow and replace its teeth throughout its life. It's a creature that's certainly a lot scarier than the sharks we see in our oceans today. Number 03. The Coso artifact. In 1961, California workers discovered a cylindrical object while searching for geodes. Instead of minerals, however, what they found was an out-of-place artifact. The three rock experts were shocked when they saw the artifact, as it looked like nothing you would see in a mine. Immediately, many theories came to light. Some believe that the object encased in what was thought to be a 500,000-year-old geode defied conventional archaeology. Some also theorize that it is part of a civilization we had never heard of before. After all, how could a cylindrical object resembling a modern spark plug be encased in a geode that is 500,000 years old? Time-traveling aliens? Well, it turns out that the truth is a bit disappointing after several investigations, including that of X-rays and analysis. It was determined that the object inside the rock was actually a champion spark plug from the 1920s. How did the spark plug get inside the geode? That is the new mystery. Despite this explanation, many still believe that the Koso artifact is evidence of an extraterrestrial visit or a piece left behind by a time traveler. Number 02. An alleged iron pot found in a coal mine. In 1912, an employee of a municipal power plant in Oklahoma named Frank Kennard claimed that he discovered something strange inside a large lump of coal mined from the Wilburton coal mines. He discovered a man-made iron pot embedded in the lump of coal that geologists estimate to be 300 million years old. How could this be? This pot is another piece discovered in the United States. Strict creationists, including Carl Baal, have used this as evidence of a young Earth, suggesting that the artifact defies conventional geological timelines. If found to be true, this artifact would change what we know about the Earth's geological timeline. Unfortunately, like the Koso artifact, there is much doubt about the origin of this artifact. You see, the only record of the discovery is a notarized letter from 1948, 36 years after the event, which weakens its credibility. After all, it's easy for the human mind to play tricks on us without proper documentation. It's possible that this artifact is simply another hoax. Cast iron technology itself only dates back to the 18th century. Making it much more plausible that the vessel is a modern object that just happens to be encased in old lumps of coal. Yet creationists continue to view this vessel as proof that the timeline we know about Earth is not the one we know. Number 01. The mysterious and ancient gold necklace found in a coal mine. In August 1870, while drilling an artisanal shaft near Lawn Ridge, Illinois, a worker named Jacob W. Moffett made an unusual discovery at a depth of 114 feet, an object that some claimed resembled a gold necklace. Just like the vessel discovered by Frank Kennard, this gold necklace was embedded in coal. Oddly enough, it looks like an 8-carat jewel made in modern times. This find has baffled historians as it sparked a debate since coal from this region dates back millions of years. The out-of-place artifacts suggest that this discovery could challenge conventional timelines of human history, while skeptics argue that it is more likely the result of natural processes or pollution during mining. Now there is an easy way to learn more about this object. Simply examining it in a lab will be enough to discover the truth behind it, its origin and its age. Unfortunately, just like all the mysterious objects we have discovered so far, this gold necklace disappeared before we could even study it, and its whereabouts are unknown. We can only continue to speculate about the truth behind this supposedly out-of-place artifact. We've reached the end of this video. Tell us what you think in the comments box. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss future videos like this one. See you next time.